All right, so let's recap really this fourth quarter, honestly, because it was 17-9. Jameer Gibbs, have yourself a night. 4 touchdowns altogether in this game. And basically, the Lions show that they dominate the NFC North. Like, ever since Aaron Rodgers left the Green Bay Packers, it's been all Lions. The Vikings tried and they thought, but Sam Darnold cracked under the pressure, couldn't do anything. This offense, was just checked all night. And it showed in that third quarter, in that fourth quarter. Whenever they went for it in that red zone, they just couldn't get anything. They were forced to kick field goals. And they only had one field goal in that second half as a whole. And then the Lions just took over. It was 31-9. They get the number 1 seed, and the Vikings are forced to go on the road to LA. What about you, Jason? What are your thoughts on this?
I think that the Vikings showed how weak they can be, and I get it. You're supposed to have JJ McCarthy. I get it. This, that, and the other. The Lions had a couple of injuries, and Tyrion, whatever his name is, and a couple other players that were injured, and they still managed to find a way without a secondary to play. And I think what the Vikings showed in that fourth quarter is they couldn't get a single drive to be clean or together. You only scored 9 points in Detroit. LA is not an easy place to play in. You've heard how loud SoFi Stadium gets for the Rams. You've been there. There's 80,000 people there. They are not going to be silent for you. So I feel for the Vikings. They showed how weak they can be. The turnover on downs was bad. They were bad. They punted more than Naeem does, and that's not normal.
And they failed in the red zone on fourth down, like 3 or 4 times.
At least they couldn't convert to first down. And when they went for it, he couldn't connect with his receivers. Parkinson's passes were broken up. It was bad. It was bad. And by the way, that Lions defense on that pick that almost became a pick six, that almost became a pick itself, you just dropped it. You could have changed the trajectory of that game. Or maybe the Lions might have not scored 31, but they would have scored at least.
It would have been at least 17-15 at that point, but the Lions would. I noticed this. The Lions basically, when they said, okay, we didn't get that intercepted, that's when they were like, no more messing around.
Yeah.
We're done here.
They cleaned it up. They cleaned it up. Dan Campbell cleaned it up. And they repeat divisional champs for a reason. And I think Minnesota is bound to fail against LA. I'm sorry. I don't have any faith in Sam Darnold and this offense. So that's my recap.
Yep.